welcome to part 52 of Laravel 9 series, in which we are going to create the multi-vendor e-commerce website. Okay, so we are going to merge our admin panel HTML template to our Laravel website. So in last video we have downloaded the template. Okay, so this is the template that we have downloaded in the last video. So I'm going to show you once again. So here it is. Okay, so this is the template that we want to merge to our website. So first of all, we're going to merge the index, its home page, okay, its header, footer, middle content, everything. Okay, so we need to plan its structure. Okay, so I will tell you briefly. Every web page, before merging the process, we need to decide that which files we are going to have. Like this is our web page, and here this is the header part, this is the footer part. Okay, we call it as header. Okay, and this one is the footer. Okay, and this one is the middle content. So while merging the template, we need to create these files. We will create the header.blade.php file. Okay, and this one we are going to create the footer.blade.php file. Okay, so these files we are going to create this file, and this middle content files vary. It can be index.blade.php file for the home page. Okay, and it can be listing.blade.php file. Okay, for the listing of the products. Okay, and it can be detail blade file for the detail of the products. Okay, like this. So this middle content vary from page to page. Okay, so this header and footer are fixed. Okay, so we will write here these are fixed. Okay, it will remain the same for all the pages, but it will vary. This one will vary for means it will it is not same. Okay, it keeps on vary, like some other thing, some other content will come in this middle area. Okay, so see, everything comes inside the front, as we are working now on the front end. So everything comes inside the front folder under sources. Okay, we are talking about the view part of the MVC framework. Like this is the MVC framework. Okay, we are working on the view part. This is the view part. We are talking about the view part. Okay, so it will be have the header, footer, and middle content. So middle content sometime will have the sidebar as well. Like for the listing page, we are going to make the sidebar. Okay, sidebar. So these files are the common files that we are going to have. Okay, so other than this, we need to merge the CSS, JS, images, fonts in the public folder. So I'm going to show you the structure of our HTML template. These are the files, the folders. We are going to merge CSS, fonts, images, JS. All these we are going to add inside the public folder. Okay, so ecom 9, and here it is the public folder. So public folder will have all these kind of files like CSS, JS, images. Okay, so we earlier have in under admin, we can see we have the CSS, JS, images, and now we are going to add under front. Okay, under front we only have the images and videos for our products. Okay, we can see we already having images like product images. We are having the small, medium, and large folder and category images. So these we are having for the products, but now we are going to add for our template as well, for our HTML template inside the front. Okay, so let's start working on copy the things like CSS, fonts, images, JS. We will simply copy these folder and place inside the public folder of our Laravel website. Like I'm going to copy this. First I'm going to copy CSS, fonts, and JS. Okay, these three folders I'm going to copy and will place under front folder. See, it's under public, then front, then I'm going to place here. Okay, CSS, fonts, and JS. And now see, images. I'm going inside the images folder and here also I'm going to inside the images folder, and then I'm going to copy all these folders, and will copy these one inside the images folder. Okay, so this is the first step that you must understand, where you are going to copy these css js images folders in your laravel template. Okay, all these folders go inside the public. Okay, so see, so these one like css js images all will go inside the public folder. Okay, inside the public folder we are going to keep them inside the public folder. Okay, so make sure that you keep them inside the public folder. And now see, next step is to create the layout blade file, and for that we are going to create the layout folder inside resources, views, front. Okay, so now we are going to create under the resources, we are going to create some folder like we have the admin and front inside resources. Okay, under admin we have the layout folder, and under front we must have the layout folder under front as well, layout. And under this layout folder now we are going to create few files again, like header blade file, footer blade file, sidebar, and one file for the models as well. Okay, we have the models here. See, whenever we refresh here, some kind of model pop-up will open. Okay, see, this is the model pop-up. So one file we are going to make for the models. Okay, one for the header part, one for the footer part. These are our common files that will come inside the layout. So we are going to create few files now, and see, uh, here is the command that we going to run in Mac, but if you are in Windows, you know how to create the files. Touch header dot blade dot php, touch footer dot blade dot php, touch sidebar dot blade dot php, and one more we're going to create touch. See, touch is the Mac command. It for Windows you are required to just create the file. You know that how to create. Just right click inside the folder, create the new notepad file, then rename that file to this name, models.blade.php. So these are the files that we are going to create. See, these are get created. Okay, so now we are going to open first of all the layout blade file, layout.blade.php. Okay, it's under admin, but now we are going to open under resources, views, layouts. See, front layout, and then we are going to open this layout file. We miss also one more file, that is the layout.blade.php. So this is the file that will contain all the files. Okay, so we are going to keep like all these files uh, is the part of one file, that is the layout.blade.php file. Okay, so this common file will have all the files. We are going to include header in this, we are going to include the footer in this. Okay, we are going to include the middle part in this, layout.blade.php file. So this is the common file. So first of all we need to work on this one. Okay, so I'm going to open, like in admin panel we have the layout.blade.php file. For the front as well we have the layout.blade.php file. So I'm going to open our template here, and we'll copy one file from our template, and that is the index.html. So this is the index.html. I'm going to copy all from index.html and will paste it here in layout.blade.php file. Okay, so the content will not come it like this. Okay, so now see, now this is, now we can do like header part. Header, we are going to put this one under header, and this is the middle content, this is the middle content, and this is the footer part that we are going to put inside the footer. Okay, so this we are going to put inside the model. These are the models that we are going to put inside the models. Okay, so we are going to open like header dot blade dot php inside front. I'm going to open all footer dot blade dot php inside front. Okay, and I'm also going to open the models dot blade.php. Sidebar is not required right now. In listing page we require. Okay, so what we can do here, I am going to cut it from here to here. I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so here I am going to align the content like this, and will include header here. Going to include header locator inside. We are going to give its path, its locator inside the front folder, and inside then layout, and after that the header blade file will come. Okay, this is the path for the header. Okay, so in the same way we are going to move the footer, cut from here and place it inside the footer. Here we are going to place. Okay, so though we can see in the same way like we have added header, so in the same way we are going to put here footer. Okay, so make sure it is the correct location. Yes, it is. So front layout, here we are going to add the footer. Okay, so now what we are going to do, header is there, footer is there. Now we want to put the models in the models blade file. Okay, this is the models blade file, and we are going to cut the models. These are the models like dummy, select box, and all. Okay, we are going to cut this one and we'll put inside the models. Okay, so this one also we are going to align like this. Okay, so footer is ready, models are ready, footer is ready, and header is ready. Okay, and for models as well, we are going to include here, include inside front, then layout, then models. Okay, so this is the middle content here, as this is the index page. So we are going to create the index blade file, and this time we are going to create the index blade file under the front. Okay, new terminal, add folder. If you are window, you know how to create the file. Okay, index.blade.php file we are going to create inside the front folder, not inside the layout, inside the front folder, index.blade.php file, and this content will go there inside the index.blade.php file. And here we are going to copy this content and cut it, and will paste inside the index.blade.php file. Okay, this is simple enough, not much to do. Okay, so we will align this one as well. And here, so how we can include the index blade file in layout, because every time this layout file is different. Okay, means see it, for the home page it is index content, and for the listing page it is the listing content. So there is one keyword, one predefined function that Laravel gives to us, and that is the yield content. Like means it is yield. Okay, it is kind of the include the content that varies. Okay, and for this we are required to do one more thing here. We need to get the header design, header and footer part, the complete layout design get included to the index blade file. And for that we are going to use here extends. Okay, for all the blade files like index, listing, and others pages, we are going to do it like this. Extend front layout, okay, and here this one, we're going to make section content. Okay, section content, and here at last we are going to end section. We're going to add end section. Okay, so this one we are going to include for every blade file, for every page. Okay, to include the layout, to include the front layout. Okay, extends front layout. Our file is in layout.blade.php file, that we are going to include it like this, then section content, then end section. Okay, so I'm going to add its route now. Okay, so going to add the route group for the index file. Okay, and also we are going to create the index controller. And so first of all, we are going to create its namespace, like we have the admin namespace. Okay, so in the same way we are going to include the namespace for the front as well. Route prefix, here also no, here no need to prefix anything. Okay, so just we need the namespace. Here namespace we are going to give here front. Okay, as we are going to add inside the front. Okay, so we will give the front, then group function, inside function we are going to give it like this. Okay, so here we are going to create, but see, we are required to add the complete that namespace, complete path of the namespace like this. And after that we are going to add the route for the index page. Okay, so that is, we are going to add the get route get. So like this, here we are going to add index controller at the rate of index. Okay, so we are going to create this index controller now. PHP artisan make controller. So we are going to create the index controller inside the front folder. Okay, so now we are going to create the index controller inside the front folder, because it belongs to the front part, like this, index controller. Some issue has come. PHP artisan make controller front index controller. I think some issue has come up in route, so that's why it is giving us the error. Okay, so make sure this is correct. App ATP controllers front. So the syntax error comes, so it can happen with anyone. Okay, so don't worry, like it happens with me as well. But the main thing is to resolve the issue whenever the issue comes to you. So here we are going to check where is the issue. Unexpected token, this one. Okay, so it is saying uh, namespace group function. Okay, function is closed. After that, this one, I'm not getting any error though, but I can refresh this page. I can open. Okay, so I think, yeah, because error is coming, because I think we have not running the project so far. Okay, so that is the case, we need to run the project. Okay, so that is the case. PHP artisan serve. Okay, so now we are going to run the project, and I'm going to run it now. Okay, so now see, now it comes target class index controller does not exist. Okay, So now the real error has come. Okay, that is giving us the trouble. So now we can run that command once again, this command. So let's see. Now it is fine, controller created successfully, and now our see error will also be gone. We can refresh and we'll see still error is there because we don't have any index function inside the index controller, so we are required to create it now. Index controller, one simple function here, public function index, that we are going to return to the blade file, return view the blade file that we have recently created, index blade file inside the front. Okay, so it's inside the front, so we will do at front.index. Now we can refresh and see the content has come up here, but its layout is not correct because images, CSS paths are not there. So once we will update the path, that then these issues will get resolved. Okay, but we able to see the finally we can able to see something at the front. Okay, so now we are going to correct the paths here. Okay, so one by one we will open, like for the layout.blade.php file, see path of all these CSS. Okay, so wherever these are located, we are going to give the correct path. Like we have inside the public folder, if we can see, it's inside the public, then front, then CSS. Okay, public front CSS, so it comes as front CSS. So we are going to give path for all together here like this. Okay, so I'm going to add here URL, and it will be inside the front, then CSS. Okay, so here now I'm going to give this one. Okay, so now we are going to check. So some kind of CSS must come. You can see some kind of CSS come. Okay, so we can see the partial page, partial home page in our Laravel has set up, but still many things to do. JS need to, we're going to give the path for the JS now in the same way like we have done for the CSS. JS are also located inside the public front folder, so we are going to give its URL as well, and then front JS. Okay, so also at the end we need to correct it. Okay, so now it seems to be fine. We are going to refresh and see some part still visible, some animation has come up after including the JS. This model pop-up also come up. Okay, now we need to correct the images and all these files like header, footer, models, layout.blade.php. So make sure the images are all correct. Okay, make sure there is no image here, no image here. Okay, so images are in index.blade.php file, so we can check for the images. We can open the scripts as well, so that we can able to update all the images together. Okay, so we can select all the images here so that we can set the path. We know that all the images are inside the asset, inside the front folder, front images folder. So we are going to use the asset for setting the path for the images. In Laravel we use the asset and URL like this, URL for including the CSS, JS and other files, and asset for the images. Okay, so we are going to add it like this, images will also come under front folder. Okay, so make sure the path are correct here. So we are going to put inside the front, then images. Okay, then banners, then stack developer.png. so make sure, yeah, it seems to be fine. So now all PNG, all JPG we need to like this. .jpg. So we will do all together for jpg as well. We are going to refresh here. You can see some of the images has also come up. Okay, so see here. Okay, so many of the images are come up now, and it seems to almost similar to our html design. Okay, now see, this is the static page, static html, and this is inside the Laravel. Okay, it's inside our Laravel website, home page inside our Laravel website. Okay, so if you are going to make the static website, this website you can make it right now with this process. Okay, but we will keep updating the images. Okay, images path that are really important to update. So we are going to see images here as well. We're going to select all, and we'll add asset here as well, front images, and also for these .png. Check if the other images are .jpg or something else. Okay, so now we are going to update footer also. Make sure no image here. If there is any image, then we are going to update them as well. It's not here any image. Yeah, models may be having images, so we are going to correct the models as well. Okay, .jpg as well. Now we are going to check, and there is some issue here. We are going to see what issue exactly. png, make sure you correct the path in the correct way. Okay, so now we can see we able to merge the home page, but still some of the images are not coming. So we are going to find now. We can find one by one and can make the changes. Okay, like some of the images are still not having the correct path, like popup.png. Okay, so we can simply do it like this, popup.png, like this one, so that we can able to make them correct as well if some of the images gets left. We need to make sure that we have added the correct path for all. See here we have left front, so don't make this mistake. Okay, here front is also required, front then images, and make sure at other places we have done correctly. Okay, it seems to be fine. Now we can refresh. Okay, so now see everything seems to be fine. We able to merge our front template to our Laravel website. You can see everything seems to be fine. Okay, our categories, sections and categories are coming correctly, our banners are coming correctly, and here the scripts are coming correctly, the products are coming correctly. Okay, so our jQuery JS seems to be working fine, and here you can see complete page seems to be working fine. Okay, so in the next video we are going to make this page dynamic. Okay, we will start working on this page, banners, these header categories, sections, and these products everything will dynamically come from the admin panel. Okay, so we will start from next video making it dynamic one by one. We are going to make every module dynamic that will come from the admin panel. Okay, so stay tuned for the next video, and if you have any query you can surely contact me and get your query resolved. Okay, and do join as a premium member to get the code whatever we have done so far, and for the complete support for complete source code. Okay, so you will also get the complete source code that is we have already done in Laravel 8 complete website, like Amazon we have already created in Laravel 8. Okay, so that you can also get. Okay, so that's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.